Hi, Benita.
Hi, you hear me?
Today is our festival, Ashtami.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
You know
because
about it?
yeah, we do
Okay.
celebrate Navratri.
Okay. Actually, I'm out just distributing some sweets and I'm going to be back in 5-7 minutes. So I'll
Hmm,
join soon.
sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
We'll wait for 4 minutes, then we will start. I guess we can start on time.
Maybe we can give it 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Given
sure.
festival season, right?
Yeah, sure. We'll start in 2 minutes. 2-3 minutes, we'll start.
Good afternoon, Vanita.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Vanita madam.
Good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Do you able to see the screen?
Have you started something?
No, I'm just going to. We will wait for 2 more minutes.
Okay. Vanita, I have a small question in case you can answer while you are installing. Till date, I always thought that my sun sign was a Capricorn.
Okay.
I thought so. But then with Vedic astrology and all, I thought that the Lagna sign is your sun sign. Am I right?
Lagna sign as your sun sign. Okay, basically your when your sun rise, the Lagna that becomes your Lagna. You can say that also, but when as per your chart, if the sun was in some Rashi, then that becomes your month of your birth. But if you want to say the sun sign, okay, here in the Vedic astrology, right, the Lagna and the Rashi plays the 50-50 rule. I would say it is the Lagna plays the 80% of the rule, and the 20% is the Rashi. The Rashi is based on the moon, and the Lagna is based on the sun. So what's happening when the sun was rise, any Jivan was born on this planet, that moment of what the sunrise was happening, then that becomes your Lagna. You would say that is my sun sign, but most importantly, here they mention it is the Lagna, and next importance they given to the moon wherever it is placed, that becomes your Rashi. So the terms can be different. They applied in a different way, but don't confuse with the terms. Ultimately, come into the benefit and understand the core point. Only two things. The sun, it is representing the self, that is the Lagna. When the sun was rise, whichever you born, you may ask, I born on the night, how the sun will rise? The sun will always be there. The earth was rotating. So the moment when the sun was at one point and you also born, that becomes your sunrise. Then that represents the self.
So how do I know what is my zodiac sign?
Your zodiac sign is where the moon was placed.
Where the moon was placed.
Yeah.
Suppose my Rashi is Virgo, Kanya Rashi.
Then Kanya Rashi means then the moon will be in your Kanya. Look into a chart. If the moon was in the Kanya, then that becomes your Rashi.
Not the where my ascendant is.
No. Ascendant is when the sun was rise, you born. You come into this planet. So that is becomes your lagna. That is becomes yourself.
Right.
The Rashi is becomes where the moon was placed.
Okay. Got it, Vanita. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And today also we will finish at 6 o'clock because of obvious reason, Navratri. And one more thing, I will be going on vacation coming Thursday. They will back on November 6th only. So the next 2 weeks classes will be taken by Venkat. But the timing is instead of the 2:30 p.m., it will be the 3 p.m. These 2 weeks Venkat will take, next 2 weeks, not this next coming 2 weeks. Then I will be back on November 12th. Probably that is Diwali, I guess.
Yes.
November 12 is Diwali, 14 is Diwali.
12th.
12 is Diwali. Okay, let's see if you guys, I possibly I couldn't make it. If everybody was okay, we will switch the class one more day before the test on Saturday. Let's see on that. When I come back, I will message you all. If it was everyone was convenient to take class on Saturday, we'll move forward. Otherwise, we'll take a leave on the Diwali week. Then we will take the resume the class on the next week. Okay. But the important thing here is next 2 weeks is I'm not available. Okay. The classes will be continued. Venkat will take next 2 classes. Remember the timing, 3 p.m. Okay.
Right, Vanita. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start the class now. I will message also. Suppose number of people was not coming into the class at the same time. Okay, today we'll see Neelam's chart. Neelam sent a message to me, his birth details. Okay, let's, Neelam is here, right? Yes. Neelam, your birth date is January 7, 1953, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You can call me Vanita, I'm so happy. 4:50 a.m.
450.
450.
Yes,
correct?
yes. Right.
Okay, then your Lagna will be Vrikshika Lagna.
Right.
Okay, in your second house, that is Mercury and the Sun.
Yes.
And the third house is Rahu.
Yes.
Fourth house is Venus and Mars.
Yes.
And the sixth house is Jupiter.
Yes, right.
8, 9, 10. Ninth house is Ketu.
Ketu and Pluto also something written. Yeah,
Leave it Pluto. Pluto, Uranus don't consider.
Okay.
And 10, 11. 11 is Moon.
Yes, right.
And the last 12 is the Saturn. Okay, this much we are correct?
Right.
Okay, we'll go one by one. So the last week, what we understand, what is the exaltation, what is the debilitation, and the aspects. Okay.
Yes.
Now today we'll see only on the Lagna. What is your next week and upcoming week's homework would be? You apply whatever we are going to learn on this week. Apply the same logic to every bhava. That is second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, till 12th house. You're going to apply the same principle. Now in the class we will do the Lagna. Then we will apply on the same thing on the every other houses also. Okay. Let's now take this is her chart. Now we'll go into one by one. Okay, in her chart, the Lagna is a Vrikshika Lagna. So there was no Graha in it. Okay, then what you have to see?
Mars.
You have to see the Lagnadipati. Lagnadipati means who's the owner of the Lagna. Who's the owner of the Lagna? Mars is the owner of the Lagna. And Mars owns the another house also. Which house it is?
Aries.
Mesha.
Yeah, Mesha. Then now we have to see where the Mars in her chart. Where the Mars in her chart? It was on the 4th house. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. We make a number 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So the Lagnadipati Mars, which is positioned in the 4th house along with the Venus. Okay. Now we'll see Mars here. So we have to see Venus and the Mars. Now we are concerned more about on the Mars only, not on the Venus now. But we will see why we'll see the later Venus combination. But now we concentrate only on the Mars. Okay, now the Mars have the three aspects, right? What are the three aspects?
4, 7, 8.
4, 7, and 8. Now from here, count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct?
From Lagna, no?
No. For the Mars aspecting. Lagnadipati, in the Lagna, there was no Graha in it. So then we have to look who's the Lagnadipati. That means who's the owner of the Lagna. Owner of the Lagna is Mars. Mars is posited in the 4th house. Okay. From here, we have to see the Mars aspect. What are the aspect of the Mars? Okay, consider the Mars was sitting in the 4th house and it was looking into, from his view, it view 4th house. From his view, he view the direct, that is 7th house. From it is 8. When I say 4, 7, 8, it's not from the Lagna, it's from the Mars. You got this point?
Right. Got it.
Now let's count from here. From the Mars, 1, 2, 3, 4. One aspect is correct, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now from here, 7th house. This is correct?
Yeah.
Okay. From here, there was an 8th house. So the Lagnadipati in the 4th house, aspect was in the 3 vision. One was 4, one was 7, one was 8. Now let's see what are the 4, 7, 8 houses Graha in it. Let's see from the Lagna, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th house, any Graha in it? There was no Graha. Okay. Now, let's say on the last two, 10 and 11. When I say the number, don't confuse. I'm saying the aspect as well as from your Lagna. This point very much clear?
Yes.
Yes.
One more thing. When we learned astrology, definitely it will get confused and you will go back to 0 again and again. That's normal. Don't worry about it. Okay. Even though if you didn't understand, don't worry. Just move on. Definitely you will come into if you are in a 0 also, you jump into 100 in a fraction of a second. Now from the Lagna, let's see on the 7th house and the 10th and the 11th house, that from the Lagna I'm saying, for this native, 7, 10 and 11 is the aspect of the Mars. The Mars aspect is 4, 7, 8. Mars was aspecting 7th house, 10th house and the 11th house. That's what we did here. Okay. From here, there was no Graha in the 7. From the 10 also, 10th house, that is the 7th aspect of the Mars, there was no Graha in it. But the 8th aspect, there was a moon in it. Okay?
Yes.
This much clear?
Yeah, madam, that means you are not to calculate 4th and 7, 8, etc. You have to calculate them in the place of Mars, not from Lagna.
Not from the Lagna. Correct.
So now in this case, it is 4th house is the Mars is in Kumbha,
Aspect,
no?
not from for the
1,
Mars,
2, 3,
4th
4.
aspect, not the house. Okay. Considered from for this native, the 4th, maybe I mentioned this wrongly. Okay, considered for this native, the first house is the Vrikshika. Okay. Second house is the Dhanush.
Yeah.
Third house is the Makara. Fourth house is the Kumbha. Fifth house is the Meena. Sixth house is Mesha. Seventh house is Rishabha. Eighth house Meena. Ninth house Kadaka. 10th house Simha. 11th house Kanni. 12th house is the Tula. Okay. This house is this is static. This won't going to change for this native. From starting from the Vrikshika, the one round is static. Okay. When I say 4, 7, 8, what I'm mentioning here, the 4, 7, 8 is the aspect of the Mars. The Mars was sitting in the 4th house of this native and it was looking into the 4th. From here, it was seeing the 4th. Then you have to come 1, starting from here 1. This is
Kumbha. You have to start from 11th.
Yeah, start from Kumbha, wherever it is. Then start 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mithuna.
No, Rishabha.
1, 2, 3, Rishabha. Yeah. 4th house.
Yeah. Then We'll go with the seventh aspect, that is from here 4, 5, 6, 7. That is to Simha.
Simha.
This is okay. And the
Yeah, yeah.
eighth one, it was in the Kanya.
Kanya.
Okay. Okay. Now from this point, for this Mars, we have to understand whether this Lagna representing the self. Okay. Lagna representing the self means it will represent who you are. First thing, what you have to understand, whether the Lagna is 10 is auspicious or not, is 10, how much the strength will. Okay. Now let's see how we can see the one important point about this one. Before getting into, I'm going to tell you the two things, two important principles. One is the Kendra, another one is the Trikona. Okay, let's see on the Kendra first. What are the Kendra? 1, 4, 7, and 10. Okay, for her. Okay.
Kendra.
Kendra means it's auspicious houses. Okay, let's imagine. Let's imagine this is the year and you are living here. Okay. Then the entire space above your head was divided into 12. That we saw is a 12 zodiac signs. Okay. Then up this one, okay, let me see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. Okay, above your head, imagine your head, the sky was divided into 12. And for this one, importantly, the first house, which is 1, and the 4, and 7, and the 10, it becomes the center point of the native. Okay. Other becomes the peripheral. Other becomes the side, the energy absorbed you can from the peripheral. But the 1, 4, 7, 10 houses becomes the center of the native. So the cosmic energy you observe from these 4 houses mainly comparatively larger than the other houses. This much clear?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
then the 1, 4, 7, 10 is becomes the most second level of auspiciousness. What is the first level? That I will tell you later. Next one only. Second level of auspicious is the 1, 4, 7, 10. Okay. Now let's see in her chart. What is the first house? Is a Lagna. And the second, and the second one, which is the 4th house. This one.
Yeah.
And the 7th house, this one. And the 10th house, this one. Okay. Now let's see. 1, 4, 7, 10. We'll write it here. 1, 4, 7, 10. In the Lagna, there was no Graha in it. For the 4th house, what are the Graha in it? It is Venus and the Mars. 7th house, there was no Graha in it. 10th house, there was no Graha in it. Okay. Remember this one. Even though Mars is the malefic planet, Venus is the benefic planet. Okay. But this two combination, Venus is the benefic, Mars is the malefic. But even then, the Lagnadipati is the Mars, who's sitting on the 4th house, that is in the Kendra, that becomes gives the auspicious to the native. And next we have to see, okay, the Lagnadipati was sitting in the Kendra, that is fine. Who is sitting next to him? That is the benefic planet only. So the auspiciousness not reduced, it will be on the same level. This much clear?
No, but a bit confusion.
Okay. Where you got
Are
confused?
benefic.
Okay,
Vanita, both are benefic or benefic?
Okay, Venus is the benefic.
Oh, Venus is the benefic.
Mars is the malefic planet. Okay. When I say benefic and malefic, the energy level, which I'm saying, the energy level should be, the Venus will be soft touch and the Mars will be force you to pull into the life to get more experience. The Venus will be pat on your shoulder. Okay, if you go, this is the way you will get an experience or so that is the way I'm telling malefic and the benefic. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now come back here. Venus and the Mars. Now we'll see only look into the Lagna only. I'm repeating the same thing again. Lagnadipati, who's the Lagnadipati? Mars is the Lagnadipati. He's sitting on the 4th house along with the Venus. Then we will see what is the house it was in it? 4th house. 4th is the Kendra. Then if the Graha was sitting on the Kendra, that is the auspiciousness. Okay. That too, Lagnadipati was sitting in the Kendra, gives the strength to the native. Okay. Then we will see who's sitting along with him. That is the Venus. Venus is the benefic planet. Then we can conclude, okay, this auspiciousness was not disturbed. It is good. This much clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
A bit confusion, but utter confusion. Can't follow.
Okay, let's go one by one. From the Lagna, right? If there was no Graha, first we have to see, we are seeing only this chart. Don't confuse with anything. Okay, here the Lagna is the Vrikshika Lagna. Okay.
Yeah.
Vrikshika Lagna, here, is there any Graha in it? No Graha in the
Which is
Vrikshika.
the Vrishchika Lagna, Kumbha Lagna alva?
Who is?
No. The native place, native is Vrishchika Lagna.
No. Here. This is Lagna is starting from Vrikshika.
Lagna.
When you got
Oh, in
confused-
another chart.
Oh yeah, this is Neelam's chart.
Okay.
Okay,
I
this
think
is
it's mine.
Oh, no, I will come back to your chat later. Give me a second.
Okay.
Then Lagna is in the Vrikshika Lagna.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go one by one. When you first thing, what you have to see, what is the Lagna? The Lagna is the Vrikshika Lagna, Vrikshika Rasi. Okay. Then is there any Graha in it? No Graha in it.
Yeah.
Then you have to see who's the owner of this Rasi. Who's the owner?
Mars.
Mars is the owner. Then you have to see among this 12 Rasi where the Mars was posited. Where the Mars was posited?
Mesha.
No, that's a
No?
owner. Okay.
No.
Where the Mars Graha in her chart, in this natal chart, where the Mars is.
Kanya.
Kumbha.
No, this is moon. This is moon. This is
Okay.
moon.
This is in Kumbha, right? Mars is
Yes.
placed in
Kumbha.
Kumbha.
Yes, absolutely.
Venus and Mars in Kumbha.
Yes, Venus and Mars and Kumbha. That is the 4th house of the native. Fourth house of this native. 4th house of this.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct.
Jataka.
Yeah.
Jatakas.
Yeah, 4th house of the Jataka. Correct. This much clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
we have to see what is the aspect of the Mars. Aspect of the Mars 4, 7, 8. Then we will see where the Mars was looking. 7th house of the Jataka, 10th and 11th. But the aspect of the Mars is 4, 7 and 8. Okay. I will keep on moving. You will understand one thing. The first thing what I did, I look into the Lagna. I will write the same thing what I'm telling. First thing I look, what's happened to my brain? Okay, wait. First thing you look into the Lagna. Is there any Graha? No. Then look into the owner of the house.
Mars.
Owner of the house is the Mars. Then we'll see the Mars where it was in the natal chart. Where Mars is posited. Third one, where owner is posited. The owner was in the 4th house. Then the next step. What are the aspects? This much we will find out. Then we will see what is the strength of this Lagna. What is the strength of the cell? First thing, it was in the Kendra. Then why I come into the concept of the Kendra? Because the Mars is in the Kendra. So we have to understand what is the Kendra is. Kendra is 1, 4, 7, 10. So from the Lagna, the Mars was here along with the Venus. That is the 4th house. This is the 4th house from the Lagna. So the Lagna, which in the the Lagnadipati who is in the Kendra, that brings the auspiciousness to the Jataka. This much clear?
Lagna is in Vrishchika, no? From there.
Yeah, Lagna is Vrishchika. Lagnadipati is in the Kendra.
Kendra.
Okay. Okay. Now we'll move on. One point here I have to notify here was, then we have to see, is there any planet on the 1, 4, 7, 10? 1, Lagnadipati was in the Kendra, and 7, no. 10, graha in it. 7 also no graha in it. 10 also no graha in it. And the Kendra is having the one, Lagnadipati was in the Kendra, that is in the 4th position along with the Venus. So that brings the auspiciousness. Now we'll come in after the 1 point, we will analyze this prediction. Why it's going like this? Okay, give me a second. Restart my device. You're not able to see the screen, right?
We are able to see.
So really? Oh, that's fine then. For me, it was seeing my iPad was not connected. You able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is stuck, madam, screen.
Okay, that's
We are
great.
able to see it.
But I am moving the screen. You can able to see when I move the screen?
No,
No,
it's not.
No,
no.
right?
It
Okay,
is
wait.
frozen. It is frozen.
Yeah, let me stop and start. Yeah, I can see that. Give me a second. Uh-oh. Okay, now we can see, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll see one more concept. That is the trikona. There are the 4 trikonas will be there. Okay. Let's see only one now. We'll see later on every other classes. We'll see every other three trikonas. Okay. The main trikona is the 1, 5, 9. This is called Dharma trikona. Dharma trikona means when it tell you about the individual righteousness, how he will get the benefit, or what are the good things he can achieve in her life. So the 1, 5, 9, if the graha, if the lagna was related with any of this 1, 5, 9, then that increase the first level of the auspiciousness. I told you that the Kendra is the second level of the auspiciousness. Then the first level of the auspiciousness is the Trikona. If the Lagna was relating with any of the Trikonadipati, then that gives you the auspiciousness in a much higher level. There are the other 3 Trikonas, that is, I will see what are they. 2, 6, and 10. This is the Ardha Trikona. And the 3, 7, 11, this is the Kama Trikona. And the 4, 8, and 12, this is Moksha Trikona. But we will mainly concentrate on the first thing. Why? Because we are concentrating on the Lagna now. So we have to see what is the 159 was related. When you see the second Baba, then you have to look into the 269. That is the Ardha Trikona. This is all money related thing. How much wealth you can acquire, kind of stuff that you can see from here. Kama Trikona, desires. What kind of the desire you can fulfill in this lifetime. Moksha Trikona, it's tell you about the liberation. What kind of the learning you will get in this life about the liberation. So whenever you see the 3rd house, you have to see the Kama Trikona. When you see the 4th house, you have to see the Moksha Trikona. Then the 5th house, then again you come back to the first Trikona, that is the Dharma Trikona, 159. Then when you see the 6th house, you have to see the Ardha Trikona, 2, 6, 10. Then when you see the 7th house, combine with the Kama Trikona as well, 3, 7, 11. When you see the 8th house, again combine the Moksha Trikona, that is 4, 8, 12. Similarly, when you're seeing the 9th house, you have to combine the auspiciousness of the 159, and you also have to look into the how the 159 was related. When you're seeing the 10th house, 2 and 6 combination, Ardha Trikona. 11th house, Kama Trikona. 12th house, Moksha Trikona. Okay. Now, I don't want to confuse here with other trikonas. We will only concentrate on the Dharma trikona because we are seeing the Lagna only now. Now we'll come back here to her chart.
379 Kama Trikona.
3, 7, 11.
11.
So 3, 7, 11 Kama Trikona.
Okay, how you can remember, right? This is the, I remember this
1,
way.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yes,
Consecutive numbers.
exactly. Yeah. Okay, suppose in case if you forgot this one also, I will tell you one more way. You remember this 159. Okay, that's a base. Okay. Then next number 2, next number 6, next number 10. Go
Keep
with the
adding
similar.
1 to each number.
Yes, yes. Yeah. If you remember one thing, you can find the way to remember other thing also. Okay. Now we'll see, concentrate only on the Lagna, that is on the 159. Okay, now we'll see 159, how it will be for her. 159. Okay, from the Lagna, 159, there was no graha in it. We'll see on the 5th house. Is there any graha in it? Is there any graha in her 5th house?
No.
No.
Okay, there was no graha in her 5th house. 9. What is the 9th house here?
Ketu.
Ketu was in it. Ketu. Okay, now we'll see in the Trikona is the Lagnadipati was relating in the Trikona. Lagnadipati is the Mars. The Mars is anywhere in the 159.
No.
So how you can understand that one? Okay, let's go back again here. Okay. Here, 5th house. Who's the owner of the 5th house?
Venus.
Jupiter.
Guru, sorry. Guru.
Jupiter.
Okay. Now, who's the owner of his house Mars? That we already found out. Okay. Then we will see the 9th house is the Kadaka Rasi. Who's the owner?
Moon.
Moon is the owner. So in the 159, nowhere the Mars was related in the Rasi also. Sorry, in the Rasi also, the 159, the Lagnadipati was not related, or the Graha is also not related. So we conclude there was no benefit we can derive from this Trikona. Okay. Now, but for the auspiciousness for this native will be increased because of the 4th house in the Kendra. The Lagnadipati was in the 4th house. Now, here is the question for everyone. Now we'll find out, we'll analyze whatever we learned from the previous lessons. We are going to understand this point. Okay. Now, give me 1 second. No. Okay. Now we'll see what is the somebody was referring to. I could hear the paper. Okay. Now, what the Lagna, we are going to see the Vrikshika only. Okay. We'll go here. What is the element of the Vrikshika?
Longevity.
No. First, we'll go into
Sorry,
that
water,
power thing.
The element
water, fixed and female.
Water. Then fixed and the female.
male.
See, right? Okay. This is the water element, a fixed and a female. Now, because the Lagnadipati was sitting in the Kumbha Rasi, then we have to consider that one also. Okay, now we'll see what is the Kumbha element.
Air, fixed and male.
Male.
Air, fixed
Male.
and the male. Okay. Now, based on this
Kataka
one,
is movable water female.
Kataka?
We need only these
Movable
two right
water
now.
female.
Kumbha, you are saying?
Kumbha is fixed
Air,
male.
fixed and male.
Yeah, that's what we wrote. Yeah, fixed and a male. For the Lagna Vrikshika, it was water, fixed and female. Okay, now understand the Lagnadipati's nature. Here the element is water, here the element is air. Combine this both. What will happen?
Both are flexible, adjustable,
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay, now remember this one. The quality of the fixed, possibly they will be adamant in nature, but when the time comes, they will flow, they become the flexible as an air. They definitely will flow. They won't be stagnant at one place. Because of the air element, their movement will be increased, but definitely they will be adamant in nature. But remember one thing, then you have to combine the male and the female quality. They are the two adamant, they are flexible enough. It depends on the situation. They make them, they won't be the two adamant because they are fixed means they ground to the earth. But again, the water element will be there and the air element will be there. The adamant nature will be little bit reduced. It becomes like little bit soft. Let's check with Neelam itself. How is your nature, Neelam?
I am flexible, but what I feel is right is right. I agree with what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was saying. Because your nature, built in nature was like that. You fix it at one thing and you are not such a person too flexible enough to, okay, this is okay. You won't be going to that space easily.
Yes, right.
But the water nature will allow you to flexible. And the air is a flow that will also allow you to move on. You won't the person hold the grudge all the time. Because you will, okay, let's move on. I know this is right and I'm going to tell this. But even then the people are not accepted. I'm okay for that. I'm moving. Okay.
Let go.
And let go, we have to see, but you will definitely move.
Yes.
But the male and the female nature, the force will be balanced. You definitely will show your authority, but not in a very forceful manner. But you will be very much balanced. In all the time, mostly you will be balanced. That's what we can understand from here. Okay, one more thing. The interesting point about the Mars is the speed and he's very good in execution and he's become a warrior kind of warrior. He's a warrior energy. The warrior energy is within the Mars. Whenever you are doing the thing, you will do it at a very good speed comparatively with others. But at the same time, the Venus is also combined with it. You put the beauty into it. The speed and the beauty combination will be there. You might be involved in any kind of art related stuff, but if it was going in a very fast pace, then you will be very much good. Are you interested in any kind of art and culture?
Yes, yes, I am very much. I sing, I speak. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Then there was one more thing we have to understand about the strength of the Lagna. The first thing is where the what is the where the Lagnadipati was posited, what are the grahas, if there was any graha, then that graha's quality. Then the third thing you have to see is there in the Kendra or not. And the fourth one you have to see if that was in the Trikona or not. If these things are combined, you will definitely find out what is the auspicious strength of the native. Then we will move into element level thinking. Then you will see what is the nature of this native based on the element only. Don't build up any other thing based on this element. Revolve around this element, you will find out all the things you want to understand. Okay. Now, this much understand? Is that easy?
Yes.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Vinita, you said that the 4 number Kendra is where Mars is. Now, how does that affect? Can you explain, please?
In her chart, It was, I'm not telling all the time the fourth
No, no,
house.
no, 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 no. In her chart, but how will it affect her attitude or her behavior? Or
Okay.
I said it's
The-
auspicious.
Okay. Let's see. The Lagnadipati is the, sorry, which is the Lagna? Ascendant is the Vrikshika, that is the Scorpio.
Correct.
Who's the owner? Mars is the owner.
Yes.
Is this the first Lagna contain any graha in it? There was no
Hmm.
graha in it, correct?
Hmm.
Then you have to see who's the owner? Mars. Then in her chart, where the Mars was placed.
Correct.
Then the Mars is in the fourth house, along with the Venus. Then when you see into the next level, you are seeing Kendra. Because it was involving the fourth house, then you looked into the Kendra 1, 4, 7, 10. Because the Lagnadipati was related with the Kendra, the auspiciousness was increased.
Okay.
So, suppose in
So
case
auspiciousness of fourth house or of
both house 1, 4, 7, 10, both house. Sorry, yeah. Lagnadipati, Lagna also, fourth house also. Yes.
okay.
And you have to see if there was a more auspiciousness. Then because why we need to see the 159, this is a Lagna. When you see the Lagna, when you see the self, you have to see the 159 Trikona. That is a Dharma Trikona. Then when you are seeing the one, you have to look into the fifth house also. Any planet here, then ninth house, any planet here, there was Ketu in it. Then the fifth house, there was no graha in it. Now let's come into the important point here. Now we have to see what are the grahas aspecting the Lagna. Now what we see, suppose in case if there was any graha, we will see where the Lagna was looking, that you don't need to do now. When you are analyzing the Lagna, you have to see what are the other grahas aspecting the Lagna. Okay, let's see one by one. For the Mercury and the Sun, which is the, let's go here. For the Mercury and the Sun, what is the aspect of the Mercury and Sun?
Seventh house.
Seventh house. So do
Only
direct
seventh.
only here. So there was Mercury and Sun from our list we cancelled. There was no connection with the Lagna. That is, both Mercury and Sun is not aspecting the Lagna. Then next thing, we'll go and see the Rahu. Rahu was here. Rahu was here. Rahu was aspecting where?
3, 7, 11.
This is 7. 1, 2, 3. Wow. 3, 7,
11.
8, 9, 10, 11. Correct?
Mm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now here comes the interesting thing. Rahu was aspecting the Lagna. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll see in our list, we have to tick on the Rahu. Now we'll move on. Venus and the Mars. Okay, let's see the Venus and the Mars. Already we saw the Mars 4, 7, and 8. Mars was not aspecting the Lagna, so we cancelled Mars. Then we'll see the Venus. Venus only one aspect, right?
Seventh.
Only 7. That is also no. So next we move on. Jupiter. Jupiter is in the 6th house. What are the aspect of the Jupiter?
5, 7, 9.
5, 7, and 9. From here, you have to see what is the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 7, and 9.
No, that is cancelled.
Yes?
Yeah.
No?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now we have to see, is the Jupiter was aspecting Lagna? No.
No.
Right? Now we'll cancel the Jupiter also. Jupiter also? No. Now we'll see another planet, Ketu. What are the Ketu's aspect?
7, 11.
1, 2, 3. 1 and 7. Oh, 7. I should mark it in a different color. I go with okay. I'll go with blue. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then 7th aspect, and 8, 9, 10, 11. Ketu was aspecting Lagna? No,
No.
right? So Ketu is also cancelled from our list. Now let's see on the moon. Moon, how many aspect was moon was having?
Only one, 7th.
Only one. So the moon is also not aspecting the Lagna. Okay, this is also cancelled. So only one thing which is aspecting the Lagna, which is Rahu. Okay. Then you have to add one more into the additional character of the Lagna. That is, when the Lagna was aspecting, the self will always think anything in a very gigantic thing, like everything that he or she thought in okay, if you can able to see the Tamil film like Shankar film, I don't know how many of you see the Tamil film. There was one director who always take the very high budget films. He think in a very, very exaggerated way. You can't even imagine. That guy is maybe have the high the aspect of the Rahu will be there. Why I'm saying this? When the aspect of the Rahu was on the cell, that is Lagna, the native will think in a very, very exaggerated way. Their imagination is really high. The illusion level will be really high. They can, because of that, they can be very good in the creativity. Not if, is that so, Neelam? I don't want to increase more words into it.
100% true.
Yeah, because of the Rahu. Okay. Now we'll see. Now, what we understand now, this is the next point we will see. What is the aspecting graph? What are the grahas which is aspecting the Lagna? Then we finally find out Rahu is the only one. Then we know about the Rahu. The Rahu is think everything in a very, very big way. No, he is not the person to think in a very anything in a small way. Everything in a very, very big way. Okay. Now, next thing, very important one, that is the Dustana. What is the Dustana? You remember?
Yes.
Hmm.
6, 8, and 12.
Yes, 6, 8, and 12. This is the Dustana. What is that meaning, Dustana? If the any graha was entering into the 6, 8, and 12, the power will be somewhat reduced. That means in Tamil they call it as the graha is it completely vanished from that. Okay, imagine this one. Like some planet was here. Like her in her chart, it was Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is an auspicious planet. But it was in a Dustana. What it will do? Imagine the length of the Jupiter were giving in energy, the energy level which I'm saying, to the native, usually 100%. Okay, but when it was the Jupiter was placed in the house of the Dustana, that means the incoming energy level will be reduced, maybe 60%, maybe 70%, like that. It will be reduced. But the interesting point about the Jupiter is, even though Jupiter was in Dustana, wherever it was aspecting, that graha, that house will be flourished. In her, the 6th house, the Jupiter was in the Dustana, but it was aspecting which one? 10th house and the 12th house and the 2nd house. Okay, let me guess. Your money flow will be good because the Guru was looking into it. The money flow will be good. Okay, we'll see about when you are seeing in the 2nd house. There was a many thing we have to discover, or I wouldn't say invent. You will discover when you are seeing in the 2nd house. I will stop here. I don't want to confuse. But let's come to this point. When any planet which is in the Dustana, that is 6, 8, and 12, that means the incoming energy will be drastically reduced, even though it was an auspicious planet. But the one exception, when the Jupiter was in the Dustana, the aspect wherever the house it was aspecting, that auspicious will be always increased. Okay, like see in here. Okay, the Jupiter was in the 6th one. Okay, now it was aspecting the 10th house. What is the 10th house meant for?
Work, status, power, karma.
Okay, then 12th house.
Liberation.
Moksha, Vyaha.
And I have Saturn.
Expenditure.
Spirituality, losses, donation.
Yeah. Then the Jupiter was aspecting the 2nd house also as 9th aspect. It's a money. Dhanasthana. Dhanasthana. It's a money. So when it was aspecting that houses, that will be flourished. Your work will be flourished. Your liberation, the spirituality will be goes on, and the money level is also increased. But then you can ask me. Then I can conclude when Jupiter was aspecting these houses, that property of that houses will be that characteristic of that houses will be increased. No, why? Then you have to look into the. Okay, then remember this one. Now we'll see the 1, 4, 7, 10. Then we will have to see Panafara, Apoklima, Upachaya. Then if these 3 things are combined and that was not to fall under any of the auspiciousness, then the Jupiter will do its work on its own. But in the ground rule here is whoever it was aspecting, the Guru aspecting any houses, it will be definitely flourished. Even though it was sitting on the same house, it was in the Dusthana, if it whatever aspecting, it will be flourished. There is a story also. The Guru is like a Rama and the Sani is like a Ravana. What does that mean was, wherever the Sani was sitting, that becomes the gold. Wherever the Guru was aspecting, that becomes the gold. Then you can combine the property of the Rama and Ravana. Even though Rama was living in the hut, he always think about the other people's welfare. But the Ravana was living in the golden palace. He always think about himself only. That's the way it will be like that. When the Saturn was sitting in one houses, it becomes gold. But for the Jupiter, the aspect becomes gold. Okay. If you forgot, you remember this story.
Vinita, can I ask a question? So, where Jupiter is sitting, if in Dosthana, like 6th house the effect of 6th house will be less, but where it's aspecting will be more.
Yeah.
Correct? I
Correct.
get the aspect part, but 6th house, it'll become like 50% or what?
Okay, wait. What is this 6th house? What is the 6th house meant for?
Enemies, obstacles, diseases.
Sickness.
Enemies,
Roga,
disease, obstacles. Okay. Now, in that house where this particular house is giving you the energy of the enemies, difficulties, and obstacles, that house, the Guru was sitting. Okay, what is the Guru is meant for?
Good things.
So, exactly what are the significance of the Guru? Didn't I tell?
Blessings.
Riches, wisdom.
Then
Removing of obstacles.
no.
No.
What is the Guru meant for? Didn't I tell you? What is the Guru significance?
No.
No, it's there. 1 second. Guru is meant for medical astrology.
Go into that extent.
Oh, that is health. Sorry. Higher education, wisdom,
Wisdom.
spiritual traditions, and religion.
Yes, traditions and religion. Okay, then.
Yeah. Higher education, wisdom.
Then also children. If the Jupiter comes, then the
children. Yes, children. Yes, children.
Yeah. Okay. If your houses was the enemies, all kind of the difficulties will be there, but your Jupiter was placed into it, then what it will come? You gain the wisdom with too much difficulty. you have the capability, you can able to achieve that wisdom, but even then you will face some kind of an obstacle to attain that. But is that so? Then you have to look into different thing. Is that so?
Yes, it is, Vanita. A lot of difficulties to be
Yeah.
where I am today.
Okay, then for your tradition, any kind of when you are trying to follow any kind of the tradition, or maybe sometimes you become an unconventional, that gives then, if you are trying to follow the tradition, also you have to face so many obstacles to put together simple thing into your life. Then
Yes.
possibly there will be the problems or difficulties with your children. I don't know whether you are married, you have a children, but when
Yes,
I say,
I have grandchildren also.
oh, okay, then you may have the problem. Problem means any kind of difficulties with your children. You
Yes,
have,
yes. Yeah, yes, there are. Yeah.
that kind of the thing will come, because the
No, but
Jupiter.
Vanita,
Hmm.
if sixth house is a problem house and there's enemies and sickness, and Guru is sitting in that house, so it should help. No, that should become lesser. The bad
Correct.
should become less.
Yeah, bad will be less. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Considered if
But
the
but at
if
the same time, we are saying that it's a dostana and Guru is sitting there, so it's not good.
no, the auspicious reduce will be, it'll be drained. Okay, consider the Guru is going to, usually Guru will give everything to the native, to the Jataka. Guru will give all kind of the auspiciousness to the Jataka. But when it was sitting in the, he was limited. He was not able. Okay, considered he was when it was Kendra 14710, he can able to give every energy to the individual, because it was on the top of the head. You can give all kind of an energy. When it was in the peripheral means that it was not able to much visible to the native. So the energy level, the incoming energy level will be less. It will be 60% to 50%. It will be there. Even the Guru will be there, the auspiciousness will be there, but it will be drastically reduced. That's what I'm saying. But even then, whenever you are considered, if you are having a very malefic planet in that sixth house, then imagine in a scale of the 1 to 10 scale, the difficulty is low level difficulty is 1, high level difficulty is 10. If the Jupiter was in here, then the difficulty will be 3 to 5. If the more malefic planet will be there, you will attain the 10 scale of difficulty. Definitely, you will reach all kind of obstacles in your life. Then your mind, body, soul, everything will get affected. Okay, but if the Jupiter was there, okay, you will definitely face the obstacles, but it will be okay. You can still move forward.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then you have to see on the time as goes on. Okay, we'll see only one concept, that is Phanapara. Okay, we'll see quickly Phanapara. You remember what is the Phanapara? Okay, I will tell you the trick also.
The preceding.
2, 5, 8, 11.
The succeeding, sorry.
Succeeding. How you can easily find out? You know about the Kendra. 1, 4, 7, 10 is
2,
the
5,
Kendra.
8, 11.
2, 5, 8,
8,
and
11.
11. Okay, then find out the apoklima. How you can see? How you can
Backwards.
find out?
12, 3, 6, 9.
Awesome. And the Upachaya only little bit indifferent. 3, 6, 10, and 11. This one you have to remember, but it is easy. You can easily remember this one. Okay. But when you remember this 1 point, 1, 4, 7, 10, the other places you can easily remember. This is the Phanafara, that is a succeeding Rasi. This is the previous one. This is Apoklima. Apoklima, or you can call it as the cadet also. Some people, they famously called this one. Why?
Corner
you
houses.
can easily find out in
corner
the
houses.
corner houses. Okay. This is your 3. Okay. Okay, wait. How I can, give me a second. It's easy to see in North Indian chart instead of the Southern Indian. Sometimes I really got confused, then I look into this North Indian chart. Give me a second.
Oh, only for the Kendra, Vinita, or anything else also?
Kendra.
What is the question?
No, I'm saying for the North Indian, the Kendra is in the center. That's why.
Yeah, but easy for me to analyze because
Yes.
I see into the Southern Indians that sometimes my mind got confused. Then I will
Yeah.
tell you the wrong thing to you.
No.
Okay, give me a second. Let me see. I open it. I don't know how it is closed. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so many drawings. Now where can I write? Okay, let's go here. Okay, we understand this one. 1, 4, 7, and 10. Now let's see only on the 2, this point. This is Fanafara. And this is Fanafara. 2, 5, 8. This is Fanafara.
Are you sharing some screen? Because
Yeah, you didn't see this?
Can't see it.
it
You
is
can't see it.
frozen. We are at like 159, 610, and 371.
Oh, wait a second. Why it is fast? I also don't know. Okay, wait. Let me share one more time. Now we can see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let's see on the Fanafara thing. It is 2, 5, 8, and 11. For this native, we'll see the 2, 5, 8, 11. Where I see 2 Fanafara, 5 Fanafara, 8 Fanafara, and 11 Fanafara. This much clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's see the apoklima. Why we need to see this? Okay. Before we enter into the apoklima, we see this concept only. We'll continue the apoklima in the next class. Fanafara will increase the auspiciousness. What is that meaning? If the lagna was having any connection with this 2, 5, 8, 11, then the auspiciousness will be little bit increased, not reduced, little bit increased. If it was combined with the upachaya, then the auspiciousness when your age was growing. For example, if in your childhood, you may not find that kind of an auspiciousness, but when you grow as an adult, the auspiciousness is also growing when it was in the upachaya. Now we are not concentrating on the upachaya, we are concentrating on the Fanafara. So the lagna which is in the Mars, now there was no graha. The Lagnadipati only we are considering Lagnadipati Mars, which is already in the Kendra. So we no need to consider about the Panafara, but we'll still look into that. So 2, 5, there was no graha in it, 5 no graha in it, 8 no graha in it, and the 11 there was no. Okay. When you were analyzing this one, 2, 5, 8 no, but in the 11 it was no.
In the second house, there is Mercury and Sun.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, correct. You are correct. Sorry. My mistake. Mercury and Sun. And 5 no, 8 no, 11. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Second house, Mercury and the Sun. Okay. Now let's see the. Okay. Good. Now, whenever you are looking into this one, we have to see what is the second 5 and 8 was anywhere related with the Lagna. Anywhere means is the Graha was related, if the Lagnadipati was related, is aspecting that you have to see. Now let's see, the Graha was not related, we already understood that. Now we have to see the aspecting of this planet into the Graha, now into the Lagna. We already know only the Rahu was aspecting the Lagna. So the 2, 5, 8 and 11, that means the Mars and Mercury, no. There was no planet in the 5, 8 also no. The 11th one moon, that is also not aspecting the Lagna. So when this much you understand how you can analyze from the chart till now? Or it was little bit confused or you're overhelped?
Yes, Vanita.
Can you just repeat the last part?
Okay, see this. The last one was Panafara. Panafara means from the Kendra, one level you are moving. From the Kendra, what is your Kendra? 1, 4, 7, 10. Okay, that is your center point. Then you are moving one level upper, you are moving one step above. One step above means 2, 5, 8, and 11. There you are seeing, is there any graha was in the 2? Yes, there was 2 grahas. What are they? That is the Mercury and the Sun. There was no planet in the 5. Same thing goes for 8. And the 11, it was. Okay. Now, there was one more additional point here. When you're seeing into the second house, you have to see what is the second house Adipati. What is the owner of the second house? Who's the owner?
Guru.
Guru is the owner. Guru is the owner. And the 5th house is also Guru is the owner.
Yes.
And the 8th house, who's the owner?
Mercury.
And the 11th house, who's the owner?
Mercury.
It was in the here, right? This house. This is the Mercury. And the 11th is also Mercury. When you are seeing this one, you have to look into the Lagna, the Adipati of this 2, 5, 8, 11 is the aspecting this Lagna.
Just a minute, there is some noise coming, buzzing noise.
Yeah.
Can we go on mute, please?
I don't know who's can you mute everyone. If you want to speak, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, I guess it's gone, right? Yeah. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where I am? Okay. The 2, 5, 8.
Vanita, it's over 6 for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's finish this. We'll finish the session because next 2 weeks I'm not there. Let's finish this now. 2, 5, 8, 11. So when the graha was, you have to see what are the grahas in the 2, 5, 8, 11 and who are the owners of the 2, 5, 8, 11. Then next final question, if they are aspecting the Lagna or not. Okay, if that one was fine, now we find out in the Fanafara, no one was aspecting the Lagna. So final conclusion, no. In the for the Lagna, the 4th one was the Lagnadipati was in the 4th house. So whenever you are finding the one house characteristic, you have to analyze everything. Okay, then the homework for you all. Whatever we did for the Lagnas, do the same thing for the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you will get so much familiarized. Definitely there will be the plenty of mistake will come. Don't worry about it. Just try and see if there was if you can able to find out anything. Is that okay?
One last thing. In this chart, moon is in the depleted position. And that is the 11th house. Will that have an effect on this?
Definitely it will be. Depleted Chandra. Chandra is in a depleted. Why you are saying depletion?
Because that is what the chart shows. Exalted is nothing and moon is depleted. And it is in the 11th house.
Moon depletion.
Moon is
no.
Kannirasi, moon is not depleted.
Yeah.
It is a depletation is in Scorpio.
Mercury and Venus in the 11th house.
Saturn is exalted.
Oh, I know why. Oh, no.
No, the charts, what I'm going according to the Kalpurusha chart.
Let me see.
In that it shows depleted is moon and exalted is nothing.
Moon is not depleted.
I don't think it is depletion.
Which sign you're talking about? Which sign?
Vrishchika.
Vrishka.
But
Scorpio.
moon is in the 11th house, no?
Moon is in the 11th house, yes.
So how come there's a debilitation in there? It's in Kani Rasi, Virgo.
I understand why she was telling like that. Okay, the moon was exalted in Rishabha and depleted in Vrikshika. Okay, remember this one. That's what I'm again telling. In the Lagna, there was no Graha in it. Your moon was in the Kannika. Your moon was in the Kandi. So the moon nowhere related with the Lagna. This point is clear. The moon is not in the Lagna.
Some noise. Yeah.
I don't know who's making. Okay, the moon is not in the Lagna. Okay, whenever you are seeing exaltation and depletation, you have to see that Graha. Okay, imagine your moon was in the Rishabha. Then that means your moon was exalted. If the moon was in the Vrikshika, okay, if you are having a Vrikshika Lagna means your moon is not depleted. That's not the case. Suppose in case if you have the Vrikshika Lagna and you have the moon in it, then that the moon becomes depleted. Now your moon was not here. The moon was in the Kanni.
Yes.
It was not depleted. Definitely not.
Okay.
Okay. Then okay. Then add on to that homework. Okay. Whenever you are finding this analysis, first thing you have to find out exaltation, depletation also. Then whatever we applied today for the Lagna, apply the same thing for every houses. Then that time, all of your doubts will definitely, at least 90% of the doubts will be cleared on its own. Because whenever you are practicing, it will goes away. Okay, that's all about this class. Any doubts?
A lot of doubts, Vanita, but thank you very much for being so patient. We will, when you come, we will discuss.
Vinita, the homework is not very clear. Like right now, we studied the Lagna and the different.
What is the homework? I will tell you again. Homework is what we did only for the Lagna. What are we did? We look into what is the Lagna and which is the what is the Rasi. Okay, then that is a Vrikshika Rasi. Who's the owner? Mars is the owner. Where the Mars was positioned, it was in the 4th house. Then from the 4th house aspect, we find the aspect. Then later on, what we did, then we find out the every grah. What are the other grahas aspecting the Lagna? Okay, what is that meaning? Or you have the excluding this Mars, then you have 9 grahas also there, right? You have to find out every other all 9 grahas, which one is aspecting the Lagna. Then once you find that, then you have to look into the Kendra 1, 4, 7, 10. Why you have to see 1, 4, 7, 10? Because you're looking into the Kendra, you have to see 1, 4, 7, 10 plus 1, 5, 9. That is the Dharma. So once you find that Dharma Trikona or Kendra relation, then you understand the Lagna become auspiciousness increased. 1 point. If that was done, then you have to see the Dushtana 6, 8, 12. If there was any relation from the Lagna, 6, 8, 12 was happening. Okay. Once this until here only we finished. Okay, then we will done with the Phanafara also. From the Lagna, you have to see the Phanafara 2, 5, 8, 11. Is there anything relating with the Lagna? Or if this thing was done, then you have to see the same thing for the 2nd house. But one thing difference here is you have to see the Trikona, which is on Ardha Trikona, that is 2, 6, 10. For the Lagna, you see the 1, 5, 9, right? For the Ardha 2nd house, you have to see 2, 6, 10. For the 6th house also Ardha Trikona, 10th house also Ardha Trikona. Same thing. You see this number, you will find out the house also. Then same thing goes for it was how it was relating with the Dushtana, how it is relating with the succeeding and the preceding houses. Then once you've done that, finally, initially also start with if the Graha in the house is exalted or depleted. Who's the wound? Start with that, go slowly, you will find out every answer. Is that clear? Okay, if it was not clear, don't worry. I will make a notes of it, what you have to find out, then I will post it in the group as well. So you can make it as a guideline and find the answers. Is that okay?
Right.
Yeah, that will be good. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And we will meet on November 12 or 11, or else after that week also, because next week I'm going for a vacation. We'll see you all in the next one. Okay?
Have a good holiday. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Benita. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
Thank
Benita.
you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. Bye.